You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys. So Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Salute to everybody that's tapped on there, man. I want to appreciate everybody that has joined the podcast show, man. I appreciate y'all. Love for y'all. Honor for y'all. If y'all haven't, the link is pinned at the top of the comment section. You guys can check it out. Also, the links, if you want to send a donation to the channel, they're up there too. We appreciate everybody who's been popping up, showing love, man. Shout out to the person who sent that $25 donation yesterday to the Cash App as well. I want to salute you. Your name is Roberta Collins. I appreciate you. Um, much love to you, and I thank you for that as well. Um, and now let's get into this video, man. As Donald Trump, the current president of the United States of America, pretty much is being demanded, his resignation right now is being demanded by a multitude of citizens. Um, the president of the United States, Donald Trump, has had lingering allegations over the years, from back in the day up until even now, of you know um, just these type of things where a lot of people who support him have ignored it or tried to shoot this stuff down. But now, today, he is under major criticism, major. They're basically, they want him out. They want him to tender his resignation after what happened. Now, what happened today is, shout out to TMZ for reporting this. The president of the United States, he basically has posted and shared a racist video of Michelle and Barack Obama as apes. And so it doesn't get any more obvious than this. I'll read the report to you guys so y'all can see it. But it's over with for this guy. And to me, he should either be impeached or should resign immediately. Now, you guys remember when Kyrie Irving made a tweet, an NBA basketball player, and people thought that that was disrespectful towards a certain group of people. They damn near tried to take his entire basketball career from him, made him go through all these steps to be able to even come back and play basketball, made him donate to all these groups, do all these meetings, go through all of these different sessions that they made this guy do. And that was just in basketball. But you have a sitting president, United States of America, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a bag chasing Republican, supposed to be Christian out here. Uh, there ain't no way around this. Now, according to the report from TMZ, it says it's no secret Donald Trump and the Obamas don't get along. Well, I never knew that because him and Barack Obama were shaking it up at Reagan's funeral, if I'm not mistaken. They were laughing it up, shaking it up. There was no beef between those two. They were cool as the other side of the pillow. It says, but Trump has now taken their bad vibes to a whole new level, trying to get us off the Epstein files and thinking about something else is what he's trying to do. We already know this. Posting, this is out of the blue. Why would Donald Trump, out of the blue, come on social media and post a short video of Michelle and Barack Obama depicted as apes? If that ain't racist, I don't know what is. He's a disgraceful, disgusting individual as president. Anybody that is a brother or a sister, I don't care how you lean or what your political view is, you should have an issue with this. If you don't have an issue with this, something's wrong with you. If you're making excuses for this, something's wrong with you. Point blank, period. The article goes on to say that Trump unloaded the shocking clip on his Truth Social platform last night. And it begins with a voice speaking about alleged fraud in the 2020 presidential election. And it says, as you know, Trump lost to Joe Biden in the 2020 race, but Trump has always maintained the election was stolen from him. Then the video cuts to a brief scene showing Barack and Michelle Obama's heads superimposed on apes, dancing in a jungle as the tokens of the 1961 classic The Lion Sleeps Tonight plays in the background. Carolyn Levitt addressed the clip In a statement to TMZ, she says, and I quote, "This is a form of internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from the Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something that actually matters to the American public." Well, the American public wasn't going for it. Commenters posted, Trump posting an AI video turning Barack Obama's into monkeys is straight up racist garbage from a desperate loser. Another commenter wrote, "This is so effing unacceptable. This mofo literally says and does what he wants. The issue is sad. He needs to be impeached right now." Also, another commenter wrote, "If this doesn't cross the line for you, ask yourself why. Then answer honestly." Another one wrote, "Enough. This isn't humor. This is dehumanization. This is the oldest racist poison in America, pushed from the top like signal flare. He knows exactly what it does. It feeds the worst people, dares everyone else to look away, and turns cruelty into culture." And the no bottom part, the bottom is whatever we keep letting him dig. Still, Donald Trump, according to this report, is getting ripped to shreds on social media for being a racist, is what they're labeling him. In California, Governor Gavin Newsom is also getting in a few licks, calling the video disgusting and urging all Republicans to condemn the president for this foolishness. TMZ reached out to the Obamas for comment, no word back. Let me tell y'all something, man. That's absolute racism right there. There ain't no other way. There ain't no other question about it. There is no, you know what I'm saying, if, ands, or buts. You see it. And I know some of y'all are quiet. Y'all don't want to talk about this. But just keep it real, man. I know it's hard for some of y'all to keep it real because you praise man. You put your faith in a man, right? See, a lot of you guys, y'all don't have no faith in God. So what y'all do is y'all trust a man. And you guys have pledged allegiance to this man. It doesn't matter what he does. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all, they make excuses, move the goalposts, and keep cashing checks. This is why you got guys like Bag Chasing Republican and all these other dudes. They won't talk about this type of stuff. And if they do, they'll make excuses. This is absolutely disgusting. I wonder what Nicki Minaj and these people had to think about this, to say about this. Because when you do this out of the blue, we all know it's a distraction from the Epstein files. But you're disgusting. And that's absolute racism. We all know that when you depict black folk on apes, that's racist. Period. Ain't no sad if he did it. He posted it on his Truth Social account. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It's on there. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It's on there. See, y'all want to make excuse. You said it's sad if he did this. No. Ain't no if he did this. It's on his page. This is the type of stuff that they got going on. So right now, you have a whole tendency of people demanding this dude tender his resignation as a president of the United States. Others are asking for him to be impeached immediately. Clear, uncut racism at the highest level. Right? And that is just disgusting that you will come out of nowhere, post this stuff. And it's just sad, bro. We know what it means. You can't get around this. You can't get around this, man. That's a disgrace, man. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all, at some point in time, the people that listen to this channel, you have to say, hey, man, do I got morals or do I just, care about an individual man? Period. I really, you know what I'm saying? I really want y'all to think about this. Right? I really want y'all to think about this. Who will possess you to go post some shit like this online? You're the president of the United States of America. You all in the Epstein files. You got a ton of allegations against you, the worst allegations in the world in the Epstein files. And you come out here with this deflection and deflection tactic and gonna post some racist type of stuff, and y'all get behind and support cats like this, man. That is disgusting on the highest level. That is a disgrace, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. That's wrong, man. That's wrong, bro. That's wrong, man. That's wrong, bro. And it's on his page. That's on the True Social, his account where he posts all this stuff and types all these little things, sell all this stuff. That's on his account. So you don't think he would know anything about the significance of putting black folks on apes? Come on, man. Come on, man. This is absolutely disgraceful, man. And I'm telling you something. When does he do something that's a fireable offense? That people see, you know what? Nah, he got to go. If you have the president of the United States of America posting racist content, what else are we talking about? What else are we talking about? Somebody send this to the sister Nicki Minaj and ask her how she feel about this. Y'all share this video with her. Tweet her this video. The people want to know, man. I want to know, man. Unbelievable stuff, bro. And people say, oh, TMZ. No. That's on his site. Truth Social. TMZ is just reporting the news. Go to his page. Yeah, Donald Trump. It's on his account. He posted it. And everybody's going in. So don't say, oh, man, look what they're trying to. No. Go to his account and look what he posted. That's insane. You got a sitting president of the United States of America that will post this type of stuff, man. And I'm telling y'all something. You got people out here that's hot about this. They hot behind this one. Oh, they hot behind this one. Right? I'm telling y'all this. Right? So, this ain't the only thing that he's had against him before. Right? We already know it's a lot more. Right? Allegations. But this right here, this shit take the cake, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, y'all. And then once you do this, and to the person who said Harvey's in the Epstein files, talk about that. We did. You got a problem with that? You want to try and change the subject, Kalina? We did. I don't think you know what you're talking about, ma'am. Maybe you want to check yourself before you wreck yourself over here. You can't come over here with that bullshit. Over here, we don't discriminate. We don't play no politics. We don't play no sides. Ain't nobody safe. So wrong channel, ma'am, for the BS. That's not going to work. We were one of the rare ones who did talk about that. Do your homework before you come in the comment section and start bumping your gums. All you had to do is look at our videos. You would have seen we talked about it multiple times in the last couple of days. But that's the deflection tactic. And I want you to focus on this video, though. Give me your thoughts on this, ma'am. Since you running your gums in the comment section, give me your thoughts on this, right? See, you already had people that was on Trump's helmet about the 1970s house discrimination case. right? Which in 73, the U.S. Department of Justice has sued Donald Trump Management Corporation that run by Donald Trump and his daddy, Fred Trump, right? For violating the Fair Housing Act by systemically discriminating against black apartment seekers. The evidence included doormen and agents using codes like C for colored on applications, telling black applicants that no units were available while offering them to white testers. Instructing staff, I should say, to discourage black renters by inflating prices or lying about vacancies and steering black tenants away from certain buildings. Now, Trump, he had denied the charges, countersued for $100 million alleged defamation, and claimed the government was forcing him to rent to welfare recipients. The case was settled in 1975 without a consent decree requiring Trump to comply with fair housing laws, study the Fair Housing Act, advertise to black renters, and provide vacancy lists to civil rights groups without admitting wrongdoing. So now a follow-up 1978 lawsuit alleged continued discrimination, and Trump denied that. By 1983, Trump Village properties were over 95% white. These are all facts. In the 1980s, former employees at the Trump Castle Casino reported that when Donald Trump and Ivana Trump visited, black staff were ordered off the floor and into the back to avoid being seen. In 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad in the New York newspaper calling for the death penalty for the Central Park Five, 4 black men and 1 Latino teenager accused of R-word in a jogger, stating that hate might be needed and that criminals should be afraid. The 5 were convicted but exonerated in 2002 via DNA evidence linking the serial R-worders, right? Linking a serial R-worders. They served 7 to 13 years and received a $41 million settlement. Trump called the settlement a disgrace in 2014, reiterated that their guilt in 2016 and 2019, and said they were not angels. In a 1989 interview, Trump claimed a well-educated black has a tremendous advantage over a well-educated white, and job prospects, a view contradicted by studies showing racial discriminations. In 1991, in a book by former Trump executive John O'Donnell, Trump was quoted criticizing black accountants, saying that, quote, black guys counting my money, I hate it, and that laziness is a trait in blacks. Trump later admitted in a 1997 interview the quote was probably true, but denied it when running for office. Shout out to Belinda with the $20 donation. In 1992, Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino paid a $200,000 fine for removing black and female dealers from tables to accommodate high rollers' prejudices. In 1993, congressional testimony opposing Native American casinos due to competition with his Atlantic City businesses, Trump said some operators, quote unquote, don't look like Indians to me, and implied mob ties without any evidence. In the 2000s, Trump secretly funded ads opposing St. Regis Mohawk Tribe Casino, claiming the tribe had a record of criminal activity and was linked to drugs and violence. He was fined $250,000 and then apologized. In 2004, on The Apprentice, Trump fired black contestant Kevin Allen, citing him as quote unquote overeducated, despite calling him talented. In 2005, Trump proposed a season of The Apprentice pitting a quote unquote team of successful African Americans versus a team of successful whites, end quote, calling it reflective of a quote unquote vicious world, quote unquote. NBC rejected it. Black winner Randall Pickett later called Trump's request to share the win with the white runner-up racist. In 2010, Trump opposed the quote-unquote Ground Zero Mosque, end quote, calling it insensitive, and argued on TV that, and I quote, someone's blowing us up, end quote, in reference to Muslims. In 2011, Trump promoted the quote unquote birther, quote unquote, conspiracy that Barack Obama was not a U.S. born, claiming investigators in Hawaii found issues in questioning Obama's college admissions as a quote unquote terrible student, end quote. In June of 2015, Trump launched his campaign calling Mexican immigrants R words, end quote, bringing drugs and crime. In 2015, Trump falsely claimed thousands of Arabs in New Jersey celebrated 9/11. In December of 2015, Trump called for a quote unquote total and complete shutdown, end quote, of Muslims entering into the United States. In 2016, Trump claimed that the U.S. District Judge Gonzalo Curiel, American born of Mexican heritage, was biased in the Trump University lawsuits due to his quote unquote Mexican background. Paul Ryan called it quote unquote textbook racist. In 2016, Trump pointed to a black supporter at a rally calling him quote unquote my African American over here, end quote. Trump retweeted false crime stats claiming 81% of white murders by blacks actually was 15%, retweeted white supremacists over 75 times, and claimed that black and Hispanic communities were quote unquote in hell. Trump received endorsement from white supremacists like David Duke and neo-Nazis with his campaign linked to a surge in hate crimes and white nationalist activity. In 2016, Trump tweeted an image of Hillary Clinton with a Star of David labeled, quote unquote, most corrupt candidate ever, end quote. Later deleted it and claimed it was a sheriff's badge. Trump called Elizabeth Warren, quote unquote, Pocahontas, end quote, right? Mocking her Native American ancestry claims. Trump told black voters, quote unquote, you're living in poverty. What the hell do you have to lose, end quote. In 2017, Trump asked black reporter April Ryan if she knew Ben Carson or could set up a meeting with the Congressional Black Caucus. When told welfare cuts hurt non-black people, he said, really? Then what are they? Question mark, end quote. In 2017, Trump reportedly said that Haitians, quote unquote, all have AIDS, end quote, and Nigerians wouldn't return to their, quote unquote, huts. In 2017, Trump's response to Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico was criticized as insufficient and racist. He tweeted that Puerto Ricans, quote unquote, want everything done for them, end quote. In 2017, Trump pardoned Sheriff Joe Arpaio, convicted of racial profiling Latinos, calling him a quote unquote patriot. In 2017-18, Trump attacked NFL football players, mostly black, kneeling in protest, calling them quote unquote sons of bitches, end quote, who should be fired, and urged his owner to bitch them. After the 2017 Charlottesville rally, where white supremacists chanted racist slogans, Trump said that they were quote unquote very fine people on both sides, end quote. And he blamed quote unquote many sides, end quote. He defended Confederate statues. In 2018, Trump called Elizabeth Warren quote unquote Pocahontas and referred the trail of a reference, I should say, the Trail of Tears. In 2018, Trump asked an Asian American intelligence analyst of Korean descent where she was from and why she wasn't negotiating with North Korea, calling her a pretty Korean lady, end quote. In 2018, during an Oval Office meeting, Trump called El Salvador, Haiti, and African nations, quote unquote, shithole countries, end quote, preferring immigrants from Norway. He denied phrasing but admitted tough language. He bragged about it in 2025. In 2018, Trump recited the quote unquote the snake poem as an allegory warning of immigrant dangers, criticized as racist. In 2018, Trump tweeted about a quote unquote large scale of unaliving, end quote, of white farmers in South Africa, echoing a white supremacist conspiracy theory. In 2018, Trump declared that, quote unquote, I am a nationalist, end quote, a term linked to white nationalism. In 2018, Trump backed a midterm ad portraying a migrant caravan as dangerous, pulled as racist. In 2019, Trump joked about shooting migrants at the border, saying, only in the panhandle, end quote, could he get away with it. In 2019, Trump delayed placing Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill until 2026 amid admiration for Andrew Jackson, who was a slave owner. In 2019, Trump tweeted that four Democratic congresswomen of color, quote unquote, the squad, should, quote unquote, go back to the, quote unquote, crime infested countries, though three were U.S. born. Crowds chanted, quote unquote, send her back at that rally. In 2019, Trump called Representative Elijah Cummings, majority black Baltimore district, a quote unquote rat and rodent infested mess and quote unquote dangerous. In 2019, Trump's rhetoric on the Hispanic quote unquote invasion was linked to the El Paso mass shooting. In 2019, Trump said Jewish Democrats show quote unquote lack of knowledge or great disloyalty and anti-Semitic trope. In 2019, Trump retained advisor Stephen Miller despite emails promoting white supremacist content. In 2020, Trump awarded the Medal of Freedom to Rush Limbaugh, known for racist remarks. In 2020, Trump called the pandemic the Chinese quote unquote virus and quote unquote Kung flu, linked to anti-Asian hate surges. Amid 2020, in 2020, amid the George Floyd protests, Donald Trump tweeted that, quote unquote, when the looting starts, the shooting starts, end quote, a phrase from Segrenist history. In 2020, Trump scheduled a rally in Tulsa on Juneteenth, the site of the 1921 Black Massacre. It was later moved. In 2020, Trump claimed he did more for black people than Abraham Lincoln, whose end result was, quote unquote, questionable. In 2020, Trump tweeted videos of black people attacking whites, questioning why no protest. In 2020, Trump retweeted a video with a supporter yelling white power, deleted it after he got criticism. In 2020, Trump repealed an Obama era rule promoting integrated housing under affirmatively furthering fair housing, end quote. In 2020, Trump opposed renaming Confederate named military bases and defended the Confederate flag as not racist. In 2020, Trump ended federal diversity training on critical race theory and white privilege. In 2020, former lawyer Michael Cohen claimed that Trump made racist remarks, including calling black leaders, quote unquote, too stupid and asking about black run countries as, quote unquote, shitholes. In 2020 interview, Trump denied understanding systemic racism or black pain. In 2021, Trump sought to pair black civil rights protections against disparate impact discrimination. In 2020-2021, Trump's 1776 Commission report issued on MLK Day critiqued civil rights as counter to founders' ideas and rebutted the 1619 Project on slavery. Trump targeted funding cuts for the DOJ's Community Relations Service, which mediates racial conflicts. Now, in 2020, Trump promoted a birth-alike claim that Kamala Harris was ineligible for the vice presidency of the United States due to her parents' immigrant status. In 2020, Trump told a Minnesota crowd that they have, quote unquote, good genes, invoking a, quote unquote, racehorse theory, end quote, linked to eugenics. In a 2020 debate, Trump told the Proud Boys to, quote unquote, stand back and stand by, end quote, when asked to condemn white supremacists. In 2022, Trump called Mitch McConnell's Asian American wife, Elaine Chao, Coco Chao, end quote. In 2022, Trump mocked Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin's name as sounding, quote unquote, Chinese. In 2022, Trump dined with white nationalist Nick Fuentes and Kanye West, who we know who Kanye West was out here praising. In 2023, 2024, Trump repeatedly said undocumented immigrants are quote unquote poisoning the blood of our country, language echoing white supremacist rhetoric. In 2024, Trump claimed his indictments and mugshot boosted black support, comparing his situation to anti black discrimination. In 2024, Trump called migrants not people, animals, subhuman, and compared them to Hannibal Lecter or insane asylum patients. In July of 2024, at the National Association of Black Journalists, Trump questioned Kamala Harris's racial identity, saying that she quote unquote turned black, end quote, after promoting her Indian heritage. In a 2024 debate, Trump falsely claimed Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio were eating pets, leading to bomb threats. In 2024, speakers at Trump's Madison Square Garden rally made racist remarks, including calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Harris, a quote unquote Samoan Malaysian with quote unquote low IQ and using misogynistic tropes. Stephen Miller echoed the 1939 Nazi rally language. In January of 2025, after a Potomac River plane helicopter crash, Trump blamed DEI policies without evidence called racist by black leaders. In March of 2025, Trump called Chuck Schumer a Palestinian and said he's not Jewish anymore, using a Palestinian as a slur. In 2025, Trump made an immigration exception for Afrikaners, white South Africans. In May of 2025, Trump confronted South African President Cyril Ramaphosa with false claims of quote-unquote white genocide in South Africa. In July of 2025, Trump called bankers exploiting clients Shylocks, an anti-Semitic stereotype. In December 2025, Trump called Somali immigrants quote-unquote garbage, said Somalia stinks, and he doesn't want them in the U.S., urged them to quote-unquote go back and claim they contribute nothing. In 2025, Trump's national security strategy promoted European greatness, warning migration is easier for Europe's civilizational uh, uh, identity and urging resistance to non-European trends, echoing great replacement theory. At a 2026 World Economic Forum, Trump said the West can't import failed cultures like from Somalia, sarcastically noting Somalians have a higher IQ than we thought. In a 2026 interview, Trump said the civil rights movement led to white people being very badly treated, though reverse discrimination in jobs in college, through reverse discrimination in jobs in college, right? Trump has, according to these reports, appointed staff and cabinet members with racist ties, including those promoting white supremacy, anti-Semitic, and great replacement theory. Trump's rhetoric has been linked to increased hate crimes, white nationalist activity, and trickle-down effect, normalizing racist dehumanization among whites. Trump has attacked black prosecutors, Fannie Willis, Alvin Bragg, as racist and made unprofounded personal claims. Founder or former staff like Omarosa and Bill Pruitt alleged Trump used the N-word on The Apprentice. Data show that Trump's support is strongly correlated with racist, sexist, and xenophobic views. These are all the allegations against Donald J. Trump. And now you have this situation right here where, again, you guys see it on your screen. Today, Donald Trump posted this, and now he's absolutely getting flamed on social media, and they want him to tender his resignation immediately after this post, which I think is completely and utterly disgusting, disgraceful, dishonorable as a president of a country. It's just absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast show. Link pinned at the top of the chat, man. This is just, bro, how you got a sitting president? I want y'all to think about this. You have a sitting president. A sitting president. Post this. Are you out your mind? A sitting president of the United States of America You have to be insane. That's crazy work. Y'all let me know what y'all feel in the comment section, man. I don't care what you rep, what side you on. This is disgusting, bro. This ain't about no politics. This is about being an absolute disgusting individual to post some type of stuff like this, man. I'm gone, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.